Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters, today I want to speak to you about something very close to our hearts, something that can affect every one of us if we are not careful. It is about Shaytan, the accursed, and the ways he manipulates the people around us, even those whom we hold closest to our hearts. We often believe that harm comes only from strangers, from enemies, or from people we barely know. But the reality is far more subtle and far more dangerous. Shaitan is clever. He does not always attack openly. Instead, he works quietly, planting seeds of doubt, jealousy, resentment, and anger in the hearts of those we love. And when these seeds grow, they affect our relationships, our peace, and even our connection with Allah. Think carefully. How many times have we seen friends or family speak words that wound us? How many times have we felt misled or misunderstood by someone we trust deeply? It is not always intentional. Sometimes it is Shaitan whispering through them, guiding their words, guiding their actions to disturb your life. You must always remember that the closeness of a person does not guarantee protection from misguidance. Shaitan does not need to create new enemies. He uses the ones you already love and trust, and this is why you must be vigilant, not suspicious vigilant in the sense that you guard your heart, guard your mind, and guard your relationship with Allah. Do not allow the actions or words of others to make you fall into despair, anger, or hatred. Instead, respond with patience, with wisdom, and with understanding. Ask Allah for guidance, ask Allah to protect your heart, and ask Allah to protect your loved ones from being used as instruments of harm. Remember, brothers and sisters, life is full of trials. Some of the most dangerous trials come disguised as blessings people who are close to us. This is why sincerity in your intentions and strength in your faith is essential. The stronger your relationship with Allah, the more you will recognize these subtle attacks and the less they will harm you. Keep your heart clean, keep your actions pure, and remember that no matter how close someone is to you, your trust must ultimately rest in Allah. Seek His help in maintaining healthy boundaries, in understanding intentions, and in responding wisely when negativity comes from those around you. Let this be a reminder. Shaitan is clever, but Allah is all-wise. And Allah's protection is always near to the one who calls upon Him sincerely. Strengthen your relationship with Him, and you will find that the whispers of Shaitan, even through those closest to you, will never overpower your peace or your faith. May Allah guide us, protect us, and keep our hearts firm in times of subtle trial. Ameen. Harm and misguidance can come through people we trust, not just strangers, making vigilance essential. My dear brothers and sisters, today I want to remind you of something very important, something that many of us overlook in our daily lives. We often think of danger and misguidance as coming from obvious sources, strangers, rivals, or people who openly oppose us. We prepare ourselves to guard against them, to be cautious and alert. But Shaitan, the accursed, is far more subtle, far more cunning than we often realize. He does not always attack from outside. Sometimes his whispers come from those we love most, those we trust the most. Think carefully for a moment about your own life. Who are the people you hold closest to your heart? Who do you share your dreams with, your fears, your secrets, your moments of joy and sadness? These are the people we naturally trust, and because we trust them, we often let down our guard. But it is in these very relationships that Shaitan can work his mischief most effectively. He uses our loved ones, not always intentionally, to plant seeds of doubt, negativity, or even subtle harm. A careless word, an unkind glance, a misunderstanding all. These can be influenced by Shaitan's whispers. Shaitan's method is clever. He does not need to strike you with something obvious. He works quietly, subtly, often through those we do not suspect. He whispers into hearts, making someone act in ways that may seem normal or justified to them, but which create tension, sadness, or conflict for you. He makes jealousy look like concern, criticism appear as advice, and betrayal disguised as honesty. When these things come from strangers, we are prepared to defend ourselves. But when they come from family members, friends, or colleagues we care about, they hurt more deeply and affect our peace of mind in ways we might not even recognize at first. This is why it is so important for us to be vigilant, not suspicious but aware. Awareness does not mean that we stop loving or that we doubt everyone around us. Awareness means that we recognize that harm can sometimes be carried to us through the hands of those we love. We must understand that even the closest people are human. They have weaknesses, they make mistakes, and sometimes without realizing it, they may act in ways that allow Shaytan to influence them and indirectly affect us. It is a reminder that protection comes not only from avoiding enemies, but from seeking Allah's guidance continuously in all relationships. One of the most important ways to protect yourself is through patience and wisdom. When someone you love speaks words that hurt or behaves in a way that disturbs you, pause before reacting. Consider that Shaytan may be whispering to them, guiding their actions without them realizing it. Respond with kindness when possible, seek understanding, and do not let anger take control of your heart. In moments like these, your connection with Allah becomes your shield. Turning to Him, seeking His help, asking Him to protect your heart and guide those around you, creates a barrier that Shaytan cannot penetrate. Another key aspect of this protection is self-reflection. Sometimes we allow ourselves to be affected because we are holding on to ego, pride, or resentment. When we strengthen our hearts with sincerity and humility, we are less likely to fall victim to the mischief that comes through others. Shaitan's whispers have power only when our hearts are open to doubt, insecurity, or anger. By purifying our intentions, by maintaining trust in Allah, and by remembering that He is the ultimate protector, we reduce the influence of negative actions and words that come from those closest to us. Brothers and sisters, do not take this lightly. The most dangerous attacks are not always those that are obvious. Shaitan uses what is familiar, what is close, what we least expect, to unsettle our hearts, disturb our peace, and distract us from our path. But this is also a blessing in disguise. It reminds us to hold tight to our faith, to strengthen our relationship with Allah, to be patient, to forgive, and to seek guidance in every step. No matter how close someone is to you, your ultimate trust and your ultimate reliance must always be on Allah. In conclusion, remember that being aware of Shaitan's subtle ways is not a call to fear or to distrust, but a call to mindfulness, patience, and spiritual vigilance. Strengthen your heart, guard your faith, and always seek Allah's protection. The closer you are to Him, the less power Shaitan will have to use anyone, even those closest to you, to harm your peace, your joy, or your faith. May Allah guide us, protect us, and strengthen our hearts in every trial, keeping us safe from the whispers of Shaitan and helping us respond to every challenge with wisdom, patience, and trust in Him. Ameen. Subtlety of Shaitan's attacks, negative influence often appears as ordinary words, actions, or misunderstandings, not obvious hostility. Guard your heart and faith. Strengthening your relationship with Allah protects you from being affected by others' actions or words. Respond with patience and wisdom instead of reacting in anger or despair. Maintain composure, understanding, and seek guidance from Allah. Ultimate trust is in Allah. While being cautious and setting healthy boundaries, rely on Allah for protection, guidance, and clarity in all relationships.